Bumblebees! Welcome back to another Mega List. I'm your host, Lauren, and today we have a lot to cover, so hopefully we can get through it all. If you are in the chats right now, I would love to hear where you are from, because I got a really, really cool message just the other day. Not even kidding you, a listener from Scotland. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to come and visit you as soon as we're no longer in lockdown, because it's Scotland and I want to go to Scotland really, really badly. But anyways, I just want to know where you guys are listening from. If you want to pop that in the comments below. I just want to give a quick shout out to Kaylee and Chris. Hi guys, you are always so super supportive, and it's exciting to always see you guys in the comments whenever you're there. So, okay, we got to get started with this mega list. I know that I am running way late. I totally meant to be prepared by 6:30, and it is not 6:30, but I am finally here. So there you go. I'm glad I'm at least here, and there was no technical difficulties, except my light bulb did go out, one of them. I have a lot of lights in this room because of the podcast. This is where I'm shooting. And if I don't have a lot of lights on me, the green screen will become see-through, and then I'll become see-through, and it's just really, really awkward. So I do have a whole lot of lights, but not the main light, not the big light, because right before I was ready to go and get started, that light shut off, and I was already so far behind and already running late that I was like, okay, well, we're just gonna have some funny looking lighting. But, you know, you guys, you've put up with worse, so you're putting up with this, and that's great. So I'm looking right now in the comments in YouTube, and of course I can see them on the screen up here. It's a little harder because my computer's kind of far away, and so anyways, I can see you guys. Oh, my husband, he's in the comments. Hi, Justin. And Patrick, what's up, Patrick? Okay, you guys, if you have a podcast, I know I say this every single time, but I need you to be giving yourself shout outs in the comments, okay? I need you to be putting your name and your podcast in the comments, because so many people are like, there's just not any good, solid biblical podcasts out there, you know, and I'm constantly getting asked that, like, what podcast do you recommend? Well, there's 2 podcasters in the comment section right now, so I need you guys to be giving yourself shout outs. People need to know that you have them, so put those in there. Let them know all about it. Thanks, appreciate it. So I'll wait. It's okay, I'll wait. I don't actually have a watch on. You know, I'm not really going to wait. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Looks like we got plenty of people right now tuned in. So let's go ahead and get started. Just a quick reminder, in case you are commenting in Facebook, because Facebook is super duper weird. Dwayne in the house. He's putting up the bar podcast. That's what I'm talking about. Voice of Reason. That's Chris. He is so super supportive. Now we just need... Oh, wait. There's another one, and I can't see it from here. I got to get closer. Guys with Bibles. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. It's so exciting to see so many podcasters on here. It's like the coolest thing ever. Okay, so anyways, what I was going to say is that if you were commenting on Facebook, for some reason, there is a weird thing where it doesn't always tell me your name. Sometimes it tells me your name. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why, and I can't figure out how to fix it. So for now, that little weird thing is going to make me not really know what your name is. So if you are commenting in the sections on Facebook and I'm not seeing it, sometimes it actually just doesn't even show me. And then sometimes it shows me, but it doesn't tell me who's saying it. So if I don't respond, I promise that I'm not trying to ignore you. I might not see it at all. I might not see it until later. There might be some kind of weird glitch. So if that happens, I apologize in advance. And I also want to apologize for anybody that's listening that is a new listener or a new subscriber that has maybe friended me or tried to follow me on Instagram or Facebook. I've gotten a huge amount of new subscribers and a huge amount of new followers and a lot of friend requests, and I'm trying to work through all of them without getting locked out, because Facebook and Instagram will put me in jail if I click too many friends and too many likes and stuff like that. So I'm getting through them, and if you're listening and you're waiting for that, I am so sorry that it's taking a little bit longer, but it was a lot all at once, and I was warned that if I clicked follow and like and did too many different things all at once, that I would be put in Facebook jail. So I'm working on all of those. I'm working through all of that as quickly as I can. So I'm seeing some really, some great new people in the comments. Laura. Hi, Angela. We got somebody from Minnesota. Oh, shoot. You're just right across the way. We're over here in Bismarck, North Dakota. So we're so close. We're so close to Minnesota, but we can't go over there right now because we're still quarantined. Before I get into the major stuff, though, seriously. Oh, you betcha. Yeah. That's funny. Oh, no, I just realized that I forgot to put my wedding rings on. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep my hands down here. Nobody will notice. That's what happens whenever I'm rushing and things keep getting messed up. But, okay. Anyways. So, before we get, like, super duper deep into everything, I just was going to say also, I forgot my train of thought there because of the ring thing. But I did want to mention quickly, in the group, we have a Facebook group, of course, Tulips and Honey Hub. There's a Facebook page, and then there's the Facebook group. And of course, the group you have to be entered in. So you have to, answer the questions. You like pineapple pizza. If you say yes, we won't let you in. But just kidding. But if you're in the group, we do have a no troll policy. And I just wanted to mention this again because there was a couple of small issues while I was not online. And so we welcome discussion. We prefer if there's going to be debating and stuff in the group that happens just personally, privately between you and the person that you are trying to understand their position better. And that way there's not a bunch of like infighting. Facebook, Twitter, these are just really, really bad places for the conversation to go like that, because it gets confused. People are misunderstanding one another. There's lots of other people commenting, and it also is a really great place for sin to really creep up on you if you don't even notice that you're getting angry, or you're getting feisty, or maybe you're even just getting sad because people are saying not nice things. So we do try to really make sure that we are working on keeping that kind of stuff away from the Facebook group. There are groups on Facebook, though, that are out there just for debate. So we're just not one of them. And I just wanted to mention that really, really quickly. That way that we can kind of get that over with. Super uncomfortable. I'm really glad to see all of the pineapple pizza haters out there. Ricky LeGrand did try pineapple pizza. She said it was average. It was just okay. So she doesn't hate it, but she's not like a huge fan. But I was very sad to see that she didn't vomit. But you know what? We're going to pray for her. It's going to be okay. It's really super cute the way that my daughter and my husband are talking to one another right now in the comments. And I'm pretty sure that my heart just melted because that's way too cute. This is just adorableness. Oh my gosh. I love my family. Okay. Let's get into the cool stuff. Okay. Like I mentioned, I had some time restraints today, so I wasn't able to get that sneak peek ready in time for Monday's episode. Monday, I actually have a really great interview where I was talking to Jordan Riddle. Jordan Riddle actually has a audiobook company. And so if you go to jordanriddleaudiobooks.com, you will find all of the books that he has available. They're very inexpensive, very well done. Jordan actually did like professional commercials. He's got a professional commercial voice. And so his audiobooks have him being able to like really add that into these books where a lot of them are maybe more difficult. They're theologically deep, right? So if you are using some of the other free options for audiobooks, they might not be as clear and precise. And when you're dealing with theological issues that deep, it's helpful to have somebody that's got a very good voice for recording. And so he does, and he showed it off in the episode. It's coming on Monday. I'm very excited to release that to you all and to get sort of into like the more technical side, and I've been doing that a lot, and I'm really excited about all of the interviews that I've gotten to do lately where we're really showing off some of like the background scenes. If you guys were able to see the episode last Monday with Ref Tunes, with Paul and Stephanie from Ref Tunes, they really got into like the nitty gritty of what it takes to create all the stuff that he's creating. And I did the same thing whenever I got to talk to Brandon Kimber from the American Gospel, as the director of the American Gospel. I really was able to like get more information about what happens behind the scenes. How much work is this? How much effort is being put into this? How are you even managing this? I'm like, how did you get a hold of these people? Because I've tried to get a hold of some of these guys and they're not answering. So anyways, he went through all of those details, and on Monday we're going to be able to show you all the details behind like that process of making audiobooks and how he decides what he decides. And his testimony was really a blessing to me. So I know it's going to be a blessing to you guys on Monday. I'm so sorry that I didn't get the sneak peek, but if you're a Patreon, at least you get to see that a little early. So yeah, I'm sorry guys. Hopefully next week I'll have a better sneak peek. In lieu of a sneak peek, I actually do have a shout out from Susan Heck that I'm going to play for you in a minute, but we'll get to that because we're not there yet. I have some other stuff first I got to talk about. So let's see. I'm going to skip through a few of these and come back to them in a second. Okay, I got to talk to you guys about my shirt. I got this shirt. Oh, my hair is totally in the way. New Life Baptist Church. If you live in the Lubbock vicinity, or this church is actually in Woolworth. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Woolworth, Texas is where this church is, New Life Baptist Church. And it is a solid biblical church. pastor is actually a friend of the podcast, and he is a podcaster himself, the Raza Reforma guys. That is his church. That's Matt. He's the pastor there. And they sent me the I got this super cool shirt. I paid for it. They sent it to me. I was really excited, and I love it. It's very, very comfortable. But the coolest part about this shirt, besides the fact that it's got some really, really cool stuff on the back that I can't show you because I'm wearing pajama pants, so I can't stand up. But they also sent me this, and it's the coolest card ever. Oh, I'm so excited about it. I can't even take it. Can you see it? Let me get closer. Boom. What a terrible time for me to forget to put on my wedding rings because my hand's all close to the thing. That is the coolest card. I don't know where they found these, but I want like all of them. From now on, my Christmas cards, birthday cards, Mother's Day cards. I mean, why would you not want Spurgeon cards on everything? I didn't even know they made these. So I need these. This is the best thing ever. I'm super pumped about this shirt and about the card. If you are looking for a solid church in that area, that is one really great option. And you can check out his sermons on his YouTube channel, the New Life Baptist Church channel. I'll make sure whenever I'm done with this, that I include that in the links below on YouTube so that you can check that out just in case you are looking for something like that. But let's see here. Okay. I'm getting super distracted by the adorableness of my daughter and my husband talking in the little comments below because it's super cute. And Chris, because pineapple pizza is, it is an abomination. You're right. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for being so biblically sound. We all appreciate that. And we're praying for the people that, they still need that. They still need that prayer. So, okay, before I get any further, I have some questions from listeners that you guys have sent in. Anytime you have a question, you can send it in. Usually I answer before the Friday thing, just so you know. I don't okay, you can just sit and wait. But usually I answer, and then I ask permission to go ahead and do this on Friday so that everybody can be blessed by the questions. Let's see here. I've got a couple of those, but I'm going to wait on those. First, I want to share some information about the upcoming conference. If you guys remember, we have a women's conference coming up. In fact, I think I have some of the wonderful graphics that Genuinely Ginger, that's her @Genuinely Ginger Instagram page. She's created this. She's also going to be doing one of the breakout sessions. So this is some of the stuff that she has created, some of the graphics, because she's doing all the graphics behind the conference. And as you can see, Chris is reminding me to focus in the comments. That's so funny. Just stay there in the comments and repeat it over and over again. Focus, focus. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe. Okay. So these are some of her graphics. Sorry, I definitely had to get a drink too while I was showing all these graphics. So the Women's Conference is coming up on July 13th, and it is going to be a conference about servitude. So the idea behind this, open hearts in a closed world. Obviously, what we're seeing here is that right now globally, actually, we have a lot of things that are closed down. But it's not the only time that things are closed to us. There's actually situations where people are not able to do the things that they used to do all the time, but usually it's local, right? So if we have like a hurricane or, there was that one time where we were down in Houston, and Houston is my least favorite assignment that we've ever taken. If you don't know, if you're a new listener, I know we have a lot of those right now, a new listener, we travel for my husband's work. Obviously we're not traveling anywhere right now. We're totally stuck where we're at, but we travel for his work. So every few months, 3 to 6 months, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer, we go to a new assignment. Houston was my least favorite assignment ever in the history of ever. I did not like it in Houston. It kind of feels like you're breathing through an armpit. So right after we left, like a week after we left, the whole city flooded, and it was like 10 feet underwater. It was crazy. So that would be like a situation where your service can be rendered in a different way than usual. So open hearts in a closed world. Whenever other things are closed, we can have open hearts. But they make sure that in each of the different speakers that are going to be speaking, they make sure that they're addressing different ways that women should be serving in the church. So this is a women's conference. It's totally free. It's going to be all online. It's going to be on IGTV, Facebook Live, YouTube. There's a YouTube channel, and I'll make sure to link to it below too, or you can type in Open Hearts in a Closed World. It doesn't have anything on there yet, but we're preparing it so that you guys can go ahead and subscribe. And if you click notify, you'll be notified whenever the conference starts. So those are things that you can check out right now. There's a Facebook group for it as well. So the Open Hearts in a Closed World Facebook group. That's a really, really good place to get. I'm going to grab another drink. I'm sorry, guys. These allergies are insane. I can't. Oh my goodness. Everything is itchy. It's just like, anyways. Okay. So anyways, the Facebook group where there's going to be a lot of really great giveaways. So there's a Facebook group. There's also an event. So if you want to make sure that you are getting all the notifications in your Facebook feed, there's an event for that over on Facebook, Open Hearts and a Closed Mind. I actually shared it on my page, and so I think it's there. You can also find it in the group, the Open Hearts group. So make sure that you are clicking all of those, because there's going to be some really exciting giveaways. And we actually got the news this week that Media Gratia, I believe that they are behind Epic and some other really, really awesome, some other Epic things. See what I did there? Yeah? Okay. I'll stop. It's okay. Okay, so Media Gratia has actually given 5 free online codes to their online studies to be given away in the Open Hearts group. It was so incredibly generous of them. You know, their studies, they're a blessing to all of us. They're not cheap. And so we were really just blown away by the kindness of what they are, what they're offering. What a wonderful thing for them to be doing to help us and encourage us. So thank you, Media Gratia, for giving that. So make sure that you are participating in the group so that you don't miss out on those exciting giveaways. And I'll make sure to link to that group whenever this is over again. If you're on the Facebook page and you don't see links, then you might have to switch. I don't know. I don't think the links will pass. I don't think they'll end up on Facebook. I think they'll only end up on the YouTube. So if you're on Facebook and you need those links, just let me know. I'll make sure to get them over to you. If you have any questions about this conference, make sure that you let us know. We've gotten a question from a pastor about whether or not he'll be able to have it projected into his church so that his ladies can participate in this conference. That shouldn't be a problem. It's going to be up on YouTube, so you should be able to do that if you want. Just, if you have any other questions, just shoot me anything that you've got. I'll try to answer it and clear it up. And if I don't have the answer, I will get the answer to you. And so make sure that you are hanging out over there on that group so that you don't miss out on anything super exciting. Okay, I have this shout out that I'm going to play, but it's important before I play this that I explain it. Otherwise, it will not make much sense. So something that we wanted to do to help get the word out about how exciting this conference is going to be and all the different cool things that are coming up is for people to send in shout outs about the conference and about what they're excited about, how, if they're looking forward to it, where are you going to be watching it. So if you are, I don't know, we've got several podcasters in the comments right now. So if you're a podcaster and you want to be like, hey, you know what? Hundreds of people, maybe thousands of people might see this conference. I'm going to give a shout out and then we'll play it and people will see you. They'll see your podcast. They'll see your name and they'll also see that you are encouraging these women to listen to this very godly group of women. Michelle Leslie, Brooke Bartz, Penny Amack, Aaron Coates, and Susan Heck. They're all going to be the main speakers. And then we have 4 very godly breakout sessions with different creators, women who create, which is helpful for you to serve. So what Susan is doing here, she's got her 2-minute long shout out video, and this video is really her saying what she's excited about and things like that. But I also wanted to play it just to give you an idea if you wanted to be involved in that shout out. It's probably going to end up on the website when that's up and running. We might be putting these up on YouTube and things like that. So if that's something that you are interested in doing, just, record it, send it my way, and I'll make sure that it gets to the proper places that it needs to be. So here is Susan's shout out.
Hello there. My name is Susan Heck, and I am with the Master Ministries, which is a ministry that is geared to help women to grow and mature in their walk with Christ, especially through study of His Word. And I am really humbled and honored to be a part of this conference coming up July 13th through the 17th, an online conference. And the theme is Open Hearts in a Closed World. And I don't know about you, but when COVID-19 hit, 50% of my life was shut down. And so for me, I began to look at other ways that I could minister, because I had been ministering in more of a public way, and yet the Lord in His kindness gave me many other ways to minister, and I'm so thankful. And when we think about what Jesus said, the Son of Man did not come to be ministered to, but to minister and to give His life a ransom for many. And so we also are to die daily. We're to take up our cross and die daily, and we're to love God and love others more than we do ourselves. And so this is posed many opportunities for us to serve. And so I'm excited as it's on serving others, and I've looked at some of the topics, serving, making sure that your doctrine is in order, and certainly we need to serve others, but according to truth, and serving him in the home, as one lady's going to be speaking on, and certainly serving him from our heart, making sure it's not with hypocrisy. For me, I will be teaching on 5 truths that must be remembered as we use our spiritual gifts. And so I am really looking forward to this, and I hope that you will take the time to be a part of this online conference that is coming up July 13th through the 17th. So until then, I pray that you will continue to look for different normals on how you can serve other people. So God bless each one of you.
There you go. That was it. That was her shout out. So that's kind of a good idea of what we were thinking about with the shout outs. That'd be something kind of fun and interesting. And so, yeah, that is very exciting. I just wanted to mention a couple of different things really quickly because I was able to sort of look through the comments and stuff while that was playing. So multitasking. Oh, thank you, Angela. She said that the interview with Susan was such a blessing to her. That is so very nice. Chris, thank you so much for offering. I'm going to send you that information. And yes, Patrick, I actually do know a really great place where you can go and find really cool deals on Kindle books. So there's this guy, and I don't even know what he's doing or what. It's just randomly I'm going to pull all these cool deals together and I'm just going to post about it. And he works for this podcast called Cave to the Cross Apologetics. So if you follow him on Facebook, you'll get all the good deals. So, okay, I don't know why I had to do that voice for that, but I did. It was important. It felt important at the time. Like if I didn't do the voice, then, was it really worth talking about that? You see what I'm saying? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you get it. Okay, let's move on. Let's see here. I'm looking through my list of all the things that we were supposed to talk about. Got a couple of questions. Did the shout out. Showed you the super cool card. Let's see here. I got myself out of order. And now I'm where was I going with this? Where was I going next? I'm not sure. Okay. I got it. I'm caught up. It's cool. It's okay. Wow. What voice? Okay. Keep it up, Patrick. Keep it up. No, I want you to keep it up. Okay. Okay. Anyways, just kidding. So, okay, I got a couple questions, but first I want to talk about the modern or not. Okay. I love playing these games. It is just an absolute weird thing for me. Getting to play games with you guys on social media is just something that I really, really love doing. That's why I had the idea to begin with. And of course, when we first started, I was like, we have to do this every single day because it's so exciting and so much fun. But thankfully, back then I had a co-host that was like, that's not realistic. You have to calm down. But I don't have that co-host right now to tell me that things are not realistic. And so realistically, because of this conference coming up, I really need to step back from a couple of other little things that I'm doing that I keep forgetting about because, I'm kind of forgetful. Y'all probably don't really know that. But Chris said he always loses at these games. That's so funny. Hey, you can lose and still win though. So, that's my favorite part about it because I didn't want people to not win. So anyways, I'm just going to cut off the games until the conference is over. I'm going to go ahead and announce the winner for that next Friday. So make sure that you tune in. If you guessed on Modern or Not Modern at any point in time over the last month, then you will be entered to win either the Amazon gift card or a free shirt or mug from the shop. After the conference comes back up, we'll pick up back with a new game. So if you have any ideas of fun things that we can do like that, we did the Name That Heresy, we did the Name That Heretic, we did the Name That Theologian, the Modern or Not Modern. So let me know if you have some cool ideas for that. I will get that up and rolling after July 17th. Also, don't let me win anything. I never live it down. If I win another I feel like cheating now and making you win just because I want to know what's going on with that whole thing. I want to know. Okay. Anyways. Okay. I'm super distractible because I waited too late at night to do this. And you all already know that if I wait too late at night that, I get super distracted. That's probably why y'all are all here because you knew that this was going to be super goofy. But let's go ahead. We'll just keep rolling with this. I just talked about the Modern or Not Modern. I'm going to make sure that is something that is definitely taken care of next Friday we'll be announcing that. One thing that I haven't gotten to do in a while is give a audiobook giveaway. And so I want to make sure that I get to do that tomorrow in the group. So if you're not in our Facebook group, Tulips and Honey Hub on Facebook, make sure that you are, because you're automatically entered to win in any audiobook that we give away just by being a part of that whole thing, the whole thing of the group, just being in the group. I got distracted again. I won $1,000 commentary set. Ooh, no way. $800 ESV leather reader Bible. Wow. That is epic. Oh my goodness. That's like way better than the little gift card that I have though. So don't worry, if you win, it won't even be comparative to that. How cool is it though that they have these cool giveaways? Like, I love that. I think it's just one of those really, really neat things that happens on Instagram all the time. I have a painting on its way that I won back in March, and I can't wait to see it. I'm really excited. And I love that people do this on social media, because it's sort of like a fun thing where, you sort of get, back and forth, things like that. Yeah, send me pics, Chris. I want to know. I'm totally going to post it next Friday. I love posting pictures. I know I forget to tell you all this, that if you have something cool going on, or if you have a super cute baby, or you have a fur baby, I do want to show them off on the Fridays. So if you have pictures that you want to send them to me, and I'll make sure that they get put up on our Friday list. But speaking of which, just to let you know, Tammy from Through the Narrow. So if you don't know, on our blog, there's a few other people that write for our blog. There's Troy Paler from Christ Marked. He writes on Wednesdays. And Gina and Tammy write every other Tuesday on the blog. And today, Tammy's daughter got married. Isn't that exciting? Oh my goodness, I love it. I absolutely love it. I love weddings, and it's so exciting. So yeah, anyways, be praying for her, because I'm sure, sorry, the lighting is making it look like I have gray hairs up here. And I'm 30 something, 31, 32. I don't know. Maybe my husband's still in the comment section. He'll tell me. I don't remember my age. Anyways, okay, so let's see here. We talked about the book, and I really want to know what your ideas are about books that I could do. It's got to be an audio book, because I have all these really cool audio credits. And I don't know why I have so many audio credits, but I do, and they're there. So I like to give audiobooks, and I used to do them once a month. I was giving an audiobook away, and I haven't gotten to do that for the last couple of months. So I definitely want to do a fun audiobook giveaway. If you want, it can be the American Puritan from Dustin and Nate. I interviewed them a couple weeks ago. If you want to have that, or really pretty much any kind of book that is theologically sound that you think, let me know, and I'll consider it, and it'll be given away tomorrow in the group. If I forget, you guys just let me know and I'll do it. So next thing that I want to talk about, I do have a couple of questions here from some of our listeners, and let's see here. The first question, Order Salutis. Okay, this dear sister, bless her, she is so sweet and so kind, and she's been so encouraging to me. I think she lives on the other side of the globe, and we get to chat all the time on Facebook, which is really, really exciting to me. So this dear sister sent this question in. Order Salutis, is there a right one or a wrong one? Because she noticed that some solid biblical sites were posting Order Salutis pictures differently. So the order is different in the little list. So if you don't know, Order Salutis is like the order with which salvation happens. And so each list has, what's happening first, what's happening next. Okay, then this happens and that happens, all that good stuff. And so she said she was concerned because she noticed that there was like different orders. Which one do we believe? Which one is right? And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to look into this. And there is so much more debate about this than I realized. I'm like blown away by the amount of attention this list has received. And so what I want to know from you listeners is if you have something that you want to send me about this, is there something about this that you can help me understand and break this down? Because I need like some sort of way to focus, because there was too much information out there that I just couldn't really like take it all in all at once. But I want to understand why there's this debate, why it's gotten people kind of feisty sometimes. People pretty feisty about things like that. So yeah, absolutely. Chris says that's a logical order, not necessarily how it happens. Yeah, definitely something that I was surprised to see. I've seen those Order Salutis. I almost made an Order Salutis shirt. I was like halfway through it and then forgot what I was doing. but I'm glad I didn't, because apparently people get pretty upset about that. But yeah, if you know of any kind of like debate, or there's like a sermon or something that you think would be helpful for me, send that my way. And that way she and I can learn and understand this together, because I love her questions, and I wish that I could answer this one, but I was really shocked. This was a big surprise to me. Apparently there's a debate, there's a difference. So definitely want to make sure that I understand that a little bit better. The next question I actually am able to answer, which is always great, since that's kind of my thing that I'm doing here. I'm kind of trying to answer questions. Usually helps whenever I can answer them. So if you missed it, Doreen Virtue had me on her program. She interviewed me a while back, and we talked about Wicca and the different, the way that I experienced it as a kid growing up, and in the way that things worked in my household. And so we talked about the warnings that we would give about that, and some of the sort of more specific things that happened. So there was a lot of conversation about that. If you missed it, it's on Doreen's channel. I also posted it. You can catch it there. So that interview has, I've received so many wonderful, encouraging comments about that. I'm so thankful that you've been blessed and that God was glorified in that interview. This sweet sister sent me this question about how to handle, she has a friend that is involved in this kind of stuff, and that friend has 2 little girls. And so she was worried. She was wondering how best to approach this friend, and does she cut her out? She has her own son. What do we do there? And the example that I gave her is actually that whenever I was little, when I was going through that stage in the house where we had these things happening, I convinced my neighborhood friend to create a false idol with me, and we prayed to and worshiped this false idol. We gave it a weird name. And we really, we didn't mention it to any adults. Parents didn't know, but that was something that we were doing as little kids, thinking it's totally cool to worship this false idol that we created. I don't really remember anything else about it, but I do remember that the things that were happening in the house while I was growing up sort of gave it that vibe of like, there's mysticism stuff, that as a little kid I didn't fully understand, but I was influencing this little girl. And regardless of whether or not your child understands or not, because your job, your role is to protect your child, I would always encourage you to make sure that you are with your kid if they are in a situation like that where they might be influenced. Make sure that you're talking to your children. They're gonna experience something eventually that has to do with, if it's not Wicca, it's going to be New Age, it's going to be charismatic, Word of Faithers. So definitely talking to your kids about that, and making sure that you're there to protect them and monitor them if that's needed. And also, if you really want to be encouraged, we did an interview with Tammy and Gina. I was just talking about them, where they went through this, where Gina was really dealing with mysticism, New Ageism, all that stuff, and Tammy, as a believer at the time, was able to walk her through scripture bit by bit, little by little, and eventually Gina, through the grace of God, came to faith. And so that interview, I believe, is called From Catholicism to Mysticism to Christianity, or something like that. But I'll make sure to link to it below. Hopefully that'll be a blessing to you to see how Gina and Tammy handled this and how it worked for them, because I didn't actually go through that side of it. So I didn't see what it was specifically that somebody could have done to help my mom. But what I do know, what would have helped me as a kid would have been to just understand the seriousness of it, right? So that I could process that as a child. And I didn't understand how serious any of that stuff was. And so definitely, if you have children that you yeah, I agree, Chris. I totally agree. Definitely be ready to talk about these things with love and patience. Absolutely love and patience. If you have a child that doesn't understand, and you kind of get at them in an aggressive way, they're probably not going to understand why you're angry either. And so definitely you don't want to be like the angry Christian. We always want to make sure that we're doing things with grace, with love, with patience. And also, if you have anyone that you know that's going through that, let me know, and we'll pray for them together, and we can come to the throne of God together and help one another through things like this, because it is difficult whenever you have to handle stuff like that. That's very, very sad to have to go through that. She doesn't know. Should she just totally separate? Is it something that she needs to completely separate away from? How does she handle that? And I think that's really a case-by-case basis. It's up to you as a parent and how comfortable you are with those things. I couldn't really say, like, here's a law where there is no law. I can just give you, like, what advice would be helpful for me, how I feel about it. And then we can pray together, and we can go through scriptures together that might help you with them. So if you have something like that's going on and you want to reach out to me, I'm always available. I do have a very large influx of messages right now, but I'm working through them all. So if I haven't responded yet, just give me a little extra time. More messages than usual are coming in, I think, because of that interview. So I am getting through them. And if you do need prayer, please let me know. That's definitely something that I want to do with you guys and my listeners all over on the Tulips and Honey Hub. They are always there for prayer if you need prayer and I'm not available. We have lots of wonderful administrators that will definitely step up their game and join you to pray and things to that nature. So also, I've seen some really great questions in the group, in the hub, and my wonderful followers and listeners, you guys do a great job of answering those. Like, I don't spend a lot of time on social media. So, if I'm not editing or I'm not homeschooling or I'm not cleaning or running errands or cooking meals, I usually have like maybe a 10-15 minute window for social media in the mornings and maybe a little bit longer than that in the afternoons or evenings, but I don't spend a lot of time there. So sometimes I miss those questions and I'm comfortable with that because all those wonderful people there that are answering those questions for me, because you guys rock. Y'all are like the best, and I'm the most blessed podcaster in all of podcast land because of how wonderful you all are. Okay. Think that is it with the questions. The one last thing that I wanted to mention is make sure that you are checking out the other podcasters on the hub. If you don't know, Tulips and Honey Hub is a channel. So we do have other podcasters on the hub that are podcasting throughout the week. The Aquila and Priscilla Hour is on Tuesdays, and Always Only by Emma is on Saturdays, and then mine's coming out on Mondays. And then, of course, we have other podcasters that we're going to be adding down the road. So please be in prayer for that. Please be in prayer for Brooke as she puts this conference on, this women's conference. I know that she's got a lot happening. If you guys didn't know, throughout the conference, we have City of Light. They're going to be doing the worship for us. We have the different speakers that I mentioned earlier. And then, of course, we have those breakout sessions. So this is going to be really exciting, July 13th through July 17th. Make sure you put that in your calendar so you don't miss it. Don't miss it like I would probably do if I didn't have it in my calendar. Okay, that's it. That's all I've got. If you need any other prayer or answering of questions or anything to that nature, please let me know. Send it in my comments and I will do the best that I can to get to it. So that's it. That's all I have for you guys. God bless you all. Thank you for listening. Bye, Humblebees.